In this video, you will learn about the basic concept of equivalent ratios. Hello everyone! Welcome to aroMATHerapy Tutorial Services. This is Jen Dorado, your tutor.
Equivalent ratios and equivalent fractions are just the same, since ratios can be written as fractions. This was discussed in our second video, right? Panoorin nyo lang po ulit. Sige, let's recap equivalent fractions. Kung paano mag-solve ng equivalent fractions, okay? Number 1. Give the 3 equivalent fractions of 1/2. How would you do this? Okay, later na lang. Ano muna yung answer? 2/4, 3/6, 4/8. Number 2. What are the equivalent fractions of 3/4? We have 6/8, 9/12, and 12/16, and so on. So how do we do this? We just simply get the multiples of numerator and denominator. Ganun lang yung concept ng equivalent ratios. The example number 1. For 1, what are the multiples of 1? You have 2, 3, 4, and so on. For number 2, sa denominator niya, what are the multiples of 2? You have your 4, 6, and 8. Paano nakuha to? 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 4, 8. For number 1 sa numerator, paano nakuha yan? 1 times 2, 2. 1 times 3, 3. 1 times 4, 4. So, the same value or the same number yung i-multiply natin sa numerator and denominator to get the equivalent fractions. Same is true with your equivalent ratios. The same then. So again, let's recall the process. Multiply the numerator and the denominator of the given fraction with the same number, or get the multiples of numerator and denominator. Same number yung i-multiply mo sa kanilang dalawa. Gets? Nakuha? Example number 2. Larry is preparing lemonade. He uses lemons and water as shown in the table. So please be familiar with this table. Ayan. Number of lemons, amount of water, the ratio of lemon is to water, lemon over water. The ratio of lemon and water, okay? So for 1 lemon, Larry will prepare 50 ml of water. For 2 lemons, he will have 100 ml of water. For 3 lemons, 150 ml of water. 4 lemons, 200 ml of water. 5 lemons, 250 ml of water. The ratio 1 over 50, 2 over 100, 3 over 150, 4 over 200, 5 over 250. The fractions 1 over 50, 2 over 100, 3 over 150, 4 over 200, and 5 over 250 are your equivalent fractions. So this means that 1 is to 50, 2 is to 100, 3 is to 150, 4 is to 200, and 5 is to 250 are your equivalent ratios. Understood? Diba nga, on our second video, ratios can be written as fractions. Okay, so please take note of this. 2 or more ratios are equivalent if their corresponding fractions are equivalent. Example number 2. This will be our last example, so please listen carefully as I discuss the solutions, okay? So let's read. Anne has 30 pastillas, 18 of which are ube and 12 of which are cheese. Jana has 20 pastillas. All of them are either ube or cheese. If the ratio of the ube pastillas to the cheese pastillas is the same for both Anne and Jana, then how many more cheese pastillas does Anne have than Jana? Okay. Before solving this problem, we need first to analyze the situation or the problem, okay? So let's write solution, colon, ganyan. Oh, please copy. First, Anne has 30 pastillas, 18 of which are ube, and 12 of which are cheese. So isulat natin yung given. Here, right? Anne is equal to ilang pastillas meron si Anne? 30. Ayan ha. Medyo mahaba yung solution dito kasi i-discuss ko siya ng bongga. Char. Okay. So, right. 30 pastillas. Next. How many ube pastillas are there? And how many cheese pastillas are there? So there are 18 ube and 12 cheese. Next, so we write the given. Sa 30 pastillas, merong 18 na ube at 12 na cheese. So, 18 plus 12 is equal to 30. Sakto? Tama? Okay, next. Jana has 20 pastillas. All of them are either ube or cheese. So, hindi natin alam kung ilan si ube at ilan si cheese. Yan yung unknown. Yan yung hanapin natin later. So, isulat. Jana is equal to ilan pastillas ni Jana? 20. Okay, below. So, isulat mo. 20 pastillas. Can you follow? Okay, next. Si ube at si cheese, hindi sinabi kung ilan. Nakalagay either ube or cheese. So, we let X ube and Y cheese. Kasi hindi natin alam. Hanapin natin yan later. Madali lang. Next, ito yung condition niya. If the ratio of the ube pastillas to the cheese pastillas is the same for both Anne and Jana. Ayan, ano daw? Ratio of what? Of ube pastillas to cheese pastillas. So, ano yung order ng ratio natin? Ube to cheese. So, let U for ube and C for cheese. Tapos ano pa meron? Sabi daw, the same for both Anne and Jana. So, the same yung ratio ng ube pastillas to cheese pastillas ni Anne and Jana. Sige. Ayan, isulat para mas magets. Ano nga ulit yun? Same ratio. This same ratio. So, what are we going to do? We need to solve the ratio of the pastillas using using Anne's data. Ano yung data ni Anne? 30 pastillas. 18 ube, 12 cheese, siya lang may complete doon. So, solve natin. Solve natin yung ratio ng ube to cheese pastillas using ano nga ulit? Data ni or details ni Anne. Sige, let's try to solve U for ube and C for cheese is equal to how many ube? 18. How many cheese? 12. So what is their greatest common factor? Ano greatest common factor ng 12 and 18? 6. So paano kunin? O watch my previous video yung about simplifying ratios. 18 divided by 6 over 12 divided by 6 is equal to what? 3 over 2 or 3 halves. Nakuha? So this is your ratio. Next, the next thing that we need to do is to get the equivalent ratio of 3 halves wherein the numerator and the denominator will give us the sum of 20 kasi ayan yan siya. Yung kay Jana na hinahanap natin. So let's solve for the equivalent ratios of 3 over 2 or 3 halves. Okay, you're right. 3 over 2 times 1. Times 1 muna natin. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. So, hindi pwede. So, lagyan natin x. Next, times 2. So, 6, 4. 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. Hindi pa rin pwede. So, x pa rin. Next, times 3. 9 over 6. 6 plus 5. 6 plus 9. 15. Hindi pa rin pwede. So, we write x. Next, ito na. 12 over 8. 12 plus 8 is equal to 20. So, let's try to check if 12 over 8 is the answer talaga. What are we going to do? Simplify 12 over 8. What is the simplified form 12 over 8? 3 halves ba? Divide by 4 si 12. Divide by 4 si 2. So, therefore, 3 halves nga. So, let's check. So, we write 8x is equal to 12 ube and y is equal to 8 cheese. Ito na, last question. How many more cheese pastillas does Anne have than Jana? So, anong gagawin natin dito? We need to subtract this one. 8 cheese pastillas from 12 cheese pastillas ni Anne. Okay, yung kay Jana is subtract natin from Anne. So, you're right. Here, ayan, si 12 cheese and 8 cheese. Anne's cheese pastillas minus, please copy ha, Jana's cheese pastillas. So this is equal to 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. So therefore, Anne have 4 more pastillas than Jana. Nakuha na. Gets? Naintindihan na kung paano kunin si equivalent ratio. So, ayan yung tingnan na. equivalent ratios of your 3 halves. You have your 3 halves here, 6/4, 9/6, and 12/8, and so on. Understood? Basta in getting the equivalent ratios, all you need to do is to solve the multiples of the numerator and denominator. Yun lang yun. Recall nyo lang kung paano magkuha ng multiples of a certain number. Yun na yung pagkuha ng equivalent ratio. Okay? The same lang yun sila sa fraction.
Thanks for watching. God bless everyone. Okay, nagets ba? Let's try to answer these exercises. Tingnan natin kung nagets mo yung mga na-discuss natin today. Okay? Madali lang to, promise. Kaya mo yan, ikaw pa.
Question number 1. Give the 3 equivalent ratios of 5:6. Question number 2. Supply the correct number to complete the equivalent ratio. 44 is to blank is to 132 is equal to 4 is to 5 is to 12.
Should be no such thing as boring mathematics. Reduce math anxiety. Say yes to aroMATHerapy.